Thank yeah. Thank you so much everyone for coming here. And it really appreciate, like we always appreciate whenever you join us, because the work we are trying to do over here at Think Loudly, we are trying our best that we provide as much, you know, like support as much is required for all of you to get the job. So whenever you join us, it really, makes us feel that you guys are with us. You guys trust Think Loudly, and you find Think Loudly as a partner that will help you to get your job in future. Or, if you are already in IT, you can certainly upgrade yourself with the help of Think Loudly. So Think Loudly brings cybersecurity, very important session, because we always wanted to have one session on this topic, just to ensure that everyone knows that how important cybersecurity is from a organization perspective to secure their IT infrastructure, and as well as from individual perspective, where you guys can actually step into into IT as cybersecurity analyst. You can work as SOC analyst. You can work as cloud security expert. So cybersecurity holds a very important aspect in IT organization. Before we actually move on, I would like to share a few facts which I collected before I actually, I actually started this. I actually collected few facts for all of you, and thereon we will move on our second, second part of it. But let me just tell you the offer, because that's really important for all of you. So we are starting 60 minutes offer. This is just gonna be 60 minutes offer for every one of you. So we are going to give you 50% discount on AWS security, Scrum, and cybersecurity. If anyone who is interested in any one of these courses, for yourself, for your friend, for your family members, you guys can avail 50% discount only in next 60 minutes. To avail this discount, you guys have to drop your name in your interest and your name in the Zoom chat or on your WhatsApp group, so that we guys can note it down and we guys can take it forward at later point of time. So this is the 50% discount we are starting right now for next 60 minutes on AWS security, Scrum, and cybersecurity. I'm going to bring this up in between the sessions, just to ensure that people who are joining us after some time, even they are aware of this 60 minutes offer. So don't mind, guys, if you are really interested in any one of the course, do let us know by putting yourself into the Zoom chat or on your WhatsApp group, so that our admins can collect your name and can reach out to you after this this webinar. Okay, so now moving on to the next step, that is the facts which I collected for all of you. So why cybersecurity? Why it is so important? Guys, 82% of organizations say that they have increased cybersecurity budgets over the past year. So these are the actual facts collected from 2022. So you can imagine that 82% of the organizations, you can imagine, like, there are so many organizations. Out of so many organizations, 82% of organizations have increased their budget for cybersecurity. Because as you know, that there are so many, one second. Yeah. So there are so many, crimes, cyber crimes, which are going on, and every organization has a lot of amount of data, and they want to secure their data. They want to secure their IT infrastructure. That's why 82% of organizations have increased the cybersecurity budget. Second fact, 28% of small businesses. So there are so many small businesses which are running across the globe. They have cybersecurity incident response plan. Like, if something goes wrong, they have a plan ready with them. But how many organizations are there? Only 28% of organizations have that plan with them to respond if there is any cyber crime occurs. Okay, only 28% of organization. In 2021, the FBI in US reported 137% increase in losses due to tech support fraud. So, the FBI collected a lot of cyber crimes, and they found that 137% increase in losses So there is due to tech support fraud. So there are people who calls you and say that, oh, I want to buy these services, and then they are the scamsters. So they FBI found 137% increase in just 1 year in 2021.
So let's start with create. Let's
However,
click on.
let's imagine that because of cyber crime, there's a downtime of entire IT infrastructure just for an hour. If let's imagine there's a ransomware attack, this is one of the very popular attack. Ransomware is the very popular attack. If that occurs, that can cost you an average per hour $250,000. Can you imagine? To any organization for single hour, it can cost $250,000. And you will basically know about ransomware attack in future as well, and you can also read about it on internet. So ransomware is actually a very big attack which happened in the past years. So there were like 3 out of 4 organizations fell victim to ransomware attack. So you can imagine that how many organizations in the world, like 75% of organization actually faced ransomware attack. And the number of phishing attacks, so there is one more type of attack, that is phishing attack, that also it got increased by 34% in 2021, and it remains the first number one type of cybercrime. So I mean, these are, you can imagine now that all these facts actually show that how much cyber crimes are increasing day by day, and it's gonna be really crazy in coming years. That's why we need more and more number of security engineers, security specialists who can basically work on these cyber crimes and can come up with a
It's a
plan,
webinar.
some solution to stop these, or maybe to at least control these cyber crimes. So that's why we need more and more cyber crimes in IT. Okay, I just wanted to share these facts with you so that you are aware that cybersecurity is really important, because in just 1 year we saw a lot of increments. Okay, so this was about the facts I wanted to share before we actually start. And now we are moving to our next step, where we have a student, Alex. Alex is one of my good student. He actually joined our 133 batch, and he come from a non-IT background, but he could made it. He could actually get the job into IT, coming from a different background. And I really would like to congratulate from the entire team of Thinkcloudly that how he actually coming from a different background entered into IT, and now he's having a very secure job in IT. Alex, over to you. 10 minutes are yours. Help us to enlighten and help us to feel motivated at how you actually made it into IT. Thanks a lot for coming. Over to you.
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning,
Can you
Alex.
guys hear me? Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah. I'm here just to motivate you guys that it's possible, and you are at the right place, and you just have to have some dedication. You just have to be determined what you want, because when I came, I had no background, and I was determined that IT is going to be my next career objective, and I had to dedicate myself. And by the able leadership and experience of Naaman and his team, I was able to transform my story from a non-IT person into a cloud engineer that I am today. I joined somewhere in February, March, thereabout, and I saw them on Instagram, and I joined. And every morning, I'm not an early morning person, but I had to wake up very early to join the meeting. Sometimes when I start work, I'm dozing off, but I was determined that I'm not going to continue staying in a job that is not paying me much, and I have to do so much work. So I was so dedicated, and always after class, I watched the videos that Norman post on our profile in the Thinkcloudly platform. I practice the hands-on that he does. One thing I like about the program, Thinkcloudly, is that everything is hands-on. Sometimes it moves. They really take their time to explain. sometimes I felt initially that, oh, it's going at a slower pace, but it's for our good. They take their time to explain things, break it to the form whereby even a non-technical person can understand. And the hands-on, I don't. What helped me was that I didn't stop at just the classes. After class and before the next day class, I have to rewatch the videos and make my own notes. Practice, 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 because these are new materials that you are going to experience. So if you don't practice, there's no way you are going to be able to succeed. You have to practice so that it becomes a second nature, and ask questions. They are ready to help you out when you need. There's something that you still don't understand and you need another explanation before classes. The first 10-15 minutes, Norman gives you an opportunity to ask the question, and he take time to explain every doubt that you have. So I would say it's possible. Don't say you can't do it. I'm a non-IT person. No. The question is, are you determined to transform your life? Um, the kind of position financially I, I am now is mind-boggling. I have never. It will take me more than 10 years for me to get to that stage if I was still doing my former job. So I just want to encourage you guys that it's possible. And if you only determine to learn the ropes and learn every material that you are given and ask questions. If you don't understand, yes, I'll encourage you to ask questions. So I just have a few minutes. Yes, I'm in the middle of something, but if you have any question, I'll give you a few minutes to ask the question. I'm sorry I couldn't dedicate too much time for you guys today. So, but I
That's
just want to
okay.
motivate
That's
you.
okay, Alex. That's okay, Alex. Thank you so much, Alex, for sharing what you actually, said that we have to be determined. It's not like that it is not possible, but we have to be determined. I mean, Alex, I want to ask one question that since you started, so how many months it took for you to secure a good job? Uh, how many months were there so that
I
people know
think
that they have to be
I
ready.
think if I remember, I think 2 to 3 months, I got my first job, and actually I have two jobs, not just one job. So yeah.
Awesome, Alex. No, Alex, that's really good. So, yeah, so it took close to 3 months. So guys, it can take even 4 months. So just 3 months it took because Alex used to be a very very good student. He used to ask a lot of questions. He used to practice at home, and as he said that he wakes up early and he really do practice. Even I used to receive calls early morning. He used to practice a lot and he used to have a lot of questions. And Alex, so creating notes, watching the videos again, these are the two things which you actually, told our students. Is there anything else which you did? You went through some blogs or you went through something which really helped you to, learn more about technology?
Yeah, there are a lot of materials out there, but you can, which you can, but and think Cloudy give more structured information to be able to. So there are so many on YouTube, on Google, whatever, but you need a structure to be able to follow, because if you don't have a certain structure, you learn and you forget. But the structure helps you to remember the things that you are learning, the very useful things that will be asked in the interviews, the very important information that you need to be able to withstand any recruiter, any hiring manager, and let's put out a face that you are a skilled person without any doubt whatsoever. Yeah.
Okay. So one more question I have, Alex. Thanks for that. Like, did you attend any other? I think you attended our DevOps as well, right? To build. I mean, DevOps. There were some
Yes,
things
yes.
from
There
you.
there were instances that one thing I've observed is that no matter the role that you see online, there are, even if they say solution architect, they incorporate DevOps skills in DevOps. So you need all those skills to be able to answer. Don't say I'm a solution architect, so I will not be asked DevOps questions. I'll not be asked questions about Jenkins, about Kubernetes, about any other DevOps. So you have to be all around. You have to be ready and get those hands-on additional material that Naman offer. So I encourage you to do that.
Yeah, you're right. So guys, basically, let me just give you a background. So Alex actually joined our AWS program, and after that, he actually texted me one day that Naman, I am seeing a lot of different questions coming from DevOps area as well. Though he was applying for cloud jobs, but he was actually getting, he was actually getting a lot of questions from DevOps area as well. So Alex, if you there's some background noise. Uh,
Yeah, sorry.
yeah. So basically, if in case, guys, you start applying jobs, this is certain that the interviewer is going to expect some of the questions on your DevOps skills as well. So as soon as you complete your AWS course, we highly recommend that go for DevOps program. If you want like recorded sessions, we have the recorded sessions as well available. You can take the recorded one, or if you want to attend a live instructor class, you can go for it also. Alex actually went for the recorded one, if I remember right. Alex, were you part of the
Yes,
one?
yes, I did the recorded ones. Yeah.
Yes, recorded one. So Alex did a recorded one, but I think in one of the session you were also there in the live session.
Yeah, Jenkins, I was in the live session.
Yeah, in the Jenkins you were in, and in Terraform you went for recorded one. So
Yes.
to actually Alex actually tried to collected all the information, uh, but yes, it is very important, Alex. Alex, even I think you will also agree with me that having AWS knowledge is really must, or any cloud knowledge is really must. On top of that, you will build your skills on DevOps, right, Alex?
Yes, yes.
Okay, awesome. So any other question, guys, you have, like I just asked on your behalf, which I thought that is going to help all of you. If you have any question, otherwise we'll just let Alex go because he has his own appointment. So just let us know so that we can basically ask Alex.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, please, Law.
Yeah, I would like to know, does Alex have any coding skills?
Alex.
When I started, I didn't have that much. I tried to practice on mine. Even up to today, I don't have too much. I try to learn Python, but you don't need too much coding skill to be able to get a job. A job. All you need is the cloud information, the solution architect information, the DevOps knowledge. Yeah. So I still don't have like technically good. I'm still at the initial preparatory stages when it comes to coding.
Absolutely, guys. That's what I always tell to our all of our students, that cloud is really a stepping stone because it doesn't require any prior coding skills. Like Alex said, that he might build the coding skills at later point of time if he needs in the career, but you don't need as such coding skills like a very good coding skills. Having a bit of idea that what Python does, what Linux does is good, but not you don't need a true hands-on experience into coding for AWS cloud jobs. Yeah.
And any
All right.
certification?
Sorry?
Certifications.
Certification?
Well, you
Yeah.
you, you need a certification. Yeah, AWS solution architect. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
So
All right.
having
Sorry, I have to leave
no
you
problem, Alex.
guys. I'm sorry.
No
I'm
problem,
sorry.
Alex.
I have to leave you guys. If you reach me on LinkedIn, maybe I can uh, like we can exchange any communication on LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you,
Alex.
Alex.
Thank
I
you
have
so
a
much,
question for you
Alex.
before you go, real quick.
Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah, since you did the cloud, the AWS cloud, so why didn't you do the AWS cloud security and you just did the cyber security?
No, I didn't do cybersecurity. I did AWS. Uh, uh, AWS solution architect. Yeah. The field is so broad. So wherever you are interested, then you go for it. You understand? Mhm.
Yeah,
IT field is
Oh,
so
okay.
broad. Mhm.
yeah, Alice. I'm sorry. I just want to let you know that yeah, you mentioned something about Adi on LinkedIn. as we speak now, I just checked you out on LinkedIn. There's no way we can add you. It's locked.
David,
So I don't
David,
know.
I'll send you.
Oh,
I'll send you his profile. No worries, Alex. Guys, I'll just send you. I think he's in rush. He has an appointment, but I'll certainly send you the LinkedIn profile. Whosoever needs to just ping me, and
No,
I
no,
will.
I'm looking at the LinkedIn profile, but it's locked. You can't add him on
it's
LinkedIn. That's
locked.
what I'm saying.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, okay, all right. I'll look into it because
Okay.
when I got a
Okay, no
job,
problem.
I didn't want any yeah. So
No
I'm
problem.
sorry.
Okay.
I'll
Thank you.
try and unlock it. Okay, thank
Okay,
you.
thank you.
But
Bye.
thank you, Alex.
All right.
Thank you, Alex.
Bye.
So
Okay.
hold on before he leaves though. What is your salary range, if I may?
It's big. I'll tell you, it's very big. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Later,
Thanks.
guys. Bye.
Yeah, I'll let you know, guys, later on, please. Let's not ask this question right here. Yeah. But thank you so much, Alex. I think he left. Okay. So coming back to the offer again, just before we actually move on to the next slide, where we actually going to discuss about the cybersecurity by Aniket. Aniket is one of the best instructor we have on cybersecurity, and he's going to take the forum and he's going to explain some of the basic concepts like introduction to cybersecurity, so that you guys can understand the quality of service we offer. But Aniket comes with a rich background on cybersecurity, and that's why we actually invited today so that he can share few things to all of us. Okay, so before we actually proceed with Aniket's session for 25 minutes, just quickly, guys, for next 60 minutes, there's a 50% offer where we have AWS securities, Scrum, and cybersecurity. If you guys are interested in any one of the course, do let us know in the Zoom chat or in WhatsApp group so that we guys can reach out to you. So it's 60 minutes, 50% discount on these three courses: security, AWS security, cybersecurity, and Scrum. Yeah. So moving on to the next, next session, which is introduction to cybersecurity by Mr. Aniket. Aniket, over to you. You can share your screen and we can discuss about the cybersecurity. Are you there, Aniket?
Yes, Naman, I am here. Can you please just wait a minute? I will share my screen just in a minute.
No problem, Aniket. Take your time, guys. Take your time. Okay. Meanwhile, guys, I'm not sure. Like, I'm just gonna quickly talk about the about the Thinkcloudly. If any one of you doesn't know about Thinkcloudly, so Thinkcloudly is a single stop shop for all your interview needs. So it is a platform which helps you to come from non-IT background to IT background. If you need any help with trainings, resume assistance, interview questions, preparations, or you need any other help which can really enable you to get the job, or you think that can really help you to get the job, we can really help you. And even once you get the job, if you need on-job support, we can also provide that. So whatever help you need in terms of IT, whether it is application development, whether it is anything which you really want to do with Thinkcloudly can be is the organization which can really help you with all the needs to be ready to get into IT, plus any other IT needs like application development, or you need anything else. So do reach out to me, to any one of the crew member, for any of your requirement. We will be happy to assist you. Yeah. And what are the primary product and services we offer? We offer courses on AWS, Azure, DevOps, Google Cloud, Scrum Master, ServiceNow, data structures. We have like very big umbrella of services. I mean, different programs and different courses. Beyond that, we have live projects, case studies, which can really help you to gain real-time hands-on experience. After that, we can help you with your resume, interview preparation, on-job support, all the services we provide. So you can also visit our website, that is thinkcloudly.com, in case you have any question, any doubt. One more thing which is very important before we actually start with Aniket's session today, please refer your friend, as many you can. Referring one friend can help you to earn 75 to 100 bucks referral credit, which you can take it as a discount in your existing course, or if you want to take a cashback, you can also avail it as a cashback. So by referring one of your friend or one of your family member in one of our service, you can actually avail 75 to 100 bucks discount or cashback. Over to you, Aniket, if you're ready. We can start.
Yes, I'm ready. I'm sharing my screen.
Okay, sure. Thank you. Thank you so much, Aniket. Any other question, anyone, guys, please drop your questions in the chat so that we can respond to you. Okay.
Okay, so thank you, Naman. And my name is Aniket, and I will be your instructor for the cybersecurity course. And I will teach you a topic of our cybersecurity course, which is computer networks and security. So before understanding, computer networks, we need to understand a bit about devices, like what is a computer network. So a set of nodes connected by communication links is called a computer network. A set of nodes connected by communication links is called a computer network. So we have to understand what a node is. So a node can be a computer, your mobile, your tablets, your printer, or any other device that is capable of sending and receiving data generated by other devices. So a node basically is your computer, mobile, any application which can be used for sending and receiving data. And the second part is communication links. So communication link is basically the link through which the data transfer happens. Communication link is the link through which the data communication happens. And it is of two types, wired and wireless. So we'll talk about what a wired communication link and what a wireless communication link is in this second slide.
Aniket, we can see only your first slide. I think you're not sharing
Okay.
the screen which is presented.
Is my screen not visible?
We can see your screen, but we see only the first first slide of it.
I have changed the slide. Can you not see the slide? I have changed.
No, we cannot. We cannot. Are you having two monitors?
No, I am having only one monitor.
Can you reshare your screen, please? I think it is stuck.
Okay. So now can you see my screen where you see a wired and a wireless link?
No, I think we can see only the first slide, that is computer networks and security. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's some problem.
Okay, so now can you see?
Yes,
Wired.
yes, you can see that. Yes,
Okay.
now it's working.
So we will talk about what a wired and wireless link is. So you can see that in the first figure, we have a device and another device that is connected by a wire. So as the name suggests, wired link, which means both the devices are connected by using a wire. The example of this could be, you all have mobile phones and you all have their chargers for charging your mobile phones. And if you plug out the USB from your adapters of your chargers, this is what you can say. Hello. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so if you plug out the adapter from your USB cable, that USB is or can also be used for a wired connection. It can also be used for transferring data from one device to the other. Ethernet is also example of this wired connection. Like Ethernet is a cable through which you can connect to your routers in order to connect to the internet. So that's what a wired link is. And then we will talk about wireless, which most of all use nowadays. That is, we all have Wi-Fi's at our homes and we basically simply connect to them and then we access the internet. So now we'll talk about wireless links. First, we have TV remote control, like you control a television with your remotes without any wire. So that's why it also comes under a wireless link. Then we have radio waves like Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and satellite GPS that we use. These are all comes under wireless links. Okay, so now we will understand what are the characteristics of a computer network is. So we see that a computer network must be fault tolerant. So what is fault tolerance? It is the ability of a computer network to work even after failures and ensuring that there is no loss of service. So fault tolerance basically means that if there is some error in the network, our network must work even after failure, so that there is no loss in service. You can see that in the below image, we have a computer and a destination. And these are intermediary devices. We can call them routers. So you can see that your computer goes through different routers in order to reach its destination. But as you can see that I have put a cross in one of the links, which is showing that there is a fault, there is a failure in this node, and the traffic cannot go from the first router to the other router. But you can see there is also another router through which your data can transfer. So this is what I mean by fault tolerance, means that if one link fails, your router must be able to find any other link in order to transfer the data. So it is a characteristic of a computer network that it must be fault tolerant. Then we have scalability. So it is the ability of computer network to grow based on the needs and still have good performance after growth. So scalability means the ability of a computer network to grow based on the needs and still have good performance after growth. The example of this would be, do you have a doubt?
No, I think someone was unmuted. It's okay. Gaurav is muted in.
Okay, so the example of the scalability would be, you have 10 computers in your network and you want to add 10 more computers. So the addition of 10 more computers should not affect the performance of your network. Like if your home network was working efficiently with 10 computers, adding more 10 computers should not lower its performance. The performance should remain the same, even if you add 10 more devices. So that is what I mean by scalability of a computer network. Then we have quality of service. It is the ability of a computer network to set priorities. That is, if a router receives 2 data packets at the same time, it should know which packet should be processed first. So in quality of service, what we have is the ability of a computer network to set priorities. That is, if it receives 2 packets at the same time, which data packet should be processed first. So we will understand what this quality of service is with the help of an example. Let's say there is a person who is sending an email, person A, and we have a person B, which is using VoIP, which is voice over IP. That is like a WhatsApp call. So if a person A is sending an email and person B is sending a WhatsApp call, so which packet should the router decide to process first? So as you know that a WhatsApp call is a real-time communication. Real-time communication in the sense that you are saying some words and the receiver is also saying some words. So this is basically a real-time communication. The one we are having right now is also a real-time communication, because I am saying and there is no lag, you are receiving all the words I'm saying. So this is what a real-time communication is. And the router will give preference to VoIP, that is our voice over IP, our WhatsApp call, over the email traffic, because in case of the email, the receiver can wait for 5 or 10 seconds. There won't be any difficulty if the email is received after 5 or 10 seconds, but this cannot happen in real-time communication. So in this case, the router will give preference to the voice over IP instead of this email. So then then the fourth characteristic of a computer network is security. It is the ability to prevent unauthorized access and misuse of the network. So what do I mean by unauthorized access? Like whenever you go to a website, you have username and credentials to basically log into the website. So basically you are an authorized person that can visit a website. So unauthorized means the username, whatever person, or we can say hacker, is trying to access the network, he doesn't have the credentials for the website or for the network. And it is the ability to provide CIA, which is confidentiality, integrity, and availability. We will understand what confidentiality, integrity, and availability means in a simple words. Confidentiality means whatever data you are transferring must not be seen by any other person rather than except the receiver. Like if we have an example below that there is a person named Alice who is sending data to a person named Bob, and you can see that this data has been sent to Bob in a plain text. And there is an attacker, Tom. Let's say he is able to read the data, and if he can read the data because the message is in plain text. So confidentiality is what solves this problem. I will show you how. Okay, so now you can see there is a person called Alice and Bob. And now Bob, what Bob is doing is he is encrypting. He is encrypting the hello message so that it becomes gibberish, that is not humanly readable. You cannot make sense of this data, and then it is sending it to Alice. And then Alice uses a key in order to decrypt it. So you can say the hacker here can also, still intercept the data, but he cannot read it. He cannot make sense of the data. Why? Because you are using encryption. Encryption is which is protecting your data. So this is the confidentiality part. And then we have integrity. Integrity means your data must not be modified. If you are sending a message, say hello, so hello must be received by the receiver as well. Your data must not be modified. And last thing, we have availability, which means whatever data you have, and whenever the particular user requests the data, your data must always be available. Then we have classification of computer networks. So we have first a local area network. As the name suggests, it is restricted to a limited area. LAN is a computer network which interconnects devices within a small area like a school, home, library. Like your home network is what we call a LAN is, because it is locally and it is in a small area. So that's why it is called a LAN. Then we have metropolitan area network, which is MAN. So MAN is a computer network that interconnects users with computers in a geographical area of a city, of a metropolitan city. So basically MAN works as, connecting two or more different LANs, like your hospital, your hospitals, your school, your colleges, they are all connected because of a MAN. So metropolitan area network is, a network which connects multiple LANs. And then we have WAN, which is wide area network. Wide area network is basically a network that extends over a very large geographical area. The example of this wide area network could be internet. Like all the devices are connected to each other. We are all sending data to each other. And this network can be called a WAN. So these, so topic like these would be explained in the cybersecurity course. And now you can ask any doubts if you have.
Okay, let me take it forward from here. Aniket, thank you so much. Guys, you can drop your questions or you can ask your questions if you have, from Aniket, so that he can respond. But let me just now tell you, like, what is that we are going to cover as part of our cybersecurity course, so that if any one of you is interested, And let me just quickly give you a recap of what Aniket actually covered. Aniket covered the the basic characteristics of computer network, and he also covered the classification of network. So you must be thinking that when we talk about Gaurav, can you mute Aniket? Yeah. So so basically, why you must be wondering that why were we discussing about network when we are trying to understand the introduction to cybersecurity? Because security cannot exist without understanding the network part of it. So if I tell you like what is going to be covered as part of our training session, okay, so we will be 1 second. Yeah, so we will be first covering up the basics of network in detail. So, because we know that some of the students, they don't come with a with a computer background. So we respect that, and we will be covering everything in detail about basics of network. So if any one of you would like to understand more about network, it's gonna be very, very good for you. After that, we will be discussing about a lot of different topics which are covered as part of cybersecurity and even basics of security. So we'll be having the complete curriculum on cybersecurity, which I can share with all of you whosoever is interested. And post that, we will be also sharing the sharing the details about basics of CompTIA Security Plus, like what can be expected in that exam as well. Okay, so because after this, right, you will be ready for you should be ready for two certifications. One is the CEH, Certified Ethical Hacker, and also Security Plus. So these are the two two different certification you guys can plan for. Now we have a program. Basically, if you just want to go for cybersecurity course, then we will be having the sessions by Aniket or by someone else who will be focusing completely on cybersecurity, and we'll go in depth, having again the same concept of having 5 students maximum in one group, just to ensure that you guys get proper attention by Aniket or the instructor. And after training, we will be helping you with resume assistance. So our in-house content team will be helping to prepare your resume so that you can start applying jobs. And post that, if you need certification assistance, also we can also plan that out so that your chances of passing the certification becomes much higher. So these are this is the complete program entails. If in case you just want to go for training, we guys can go only for training. And if you guys want to go for entire program, that is also possible. So Aniket, if you don't mind, can you just tell everyone that what are the topics, like what are some of the topics which you will be covering as part of the cybersecurity training, so that they know what to expect? Like if you can give some more details about it.
Okay, so I will tell you a bit detail about what are the topics that we will be covering in this cybersecurity course. We will be covering encryption. That is how many, as I told earlier, that we have to encrypt data so that our data is unavailable. We will talk about encryption. We will talk about what are the different web application vulnerabilities, like whenever you visit a website, what are the different ways in which you can attack a website. And then we will talk about the social engineering part, that we see phishing attacks nowadays. We will talk about whatever the different types of phishing, what are the different types of social engineering and how you can perform them. We will talk about DDoS, which is a distributed denial of service attack, and topics like how how the internet works basically. So how your packet reaches its destination, how many routers it has to go through in order to reach. We will talk about reconnaissance. Reconnaissance means getting as much information about your target as possible, which is a very important step for cybersecurity, because you need to know about the target before you attack. So we'll talk about all of these topics, and how your DNS works, domain name systems, and other cybersecurity related topics.
Thank you so much, Aniket. So guys, that's what, like, it's all about. Like, this course is going to be completely, first we will be understanding different attacks, how the attacks are performed in real time. And also, I think, Aniket, we are also having real-time labs also, right? That where
Yes, we will see how we can perform these attacks as well.
Oh, very nice. So, I mean, these guys can also attack. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. So yeah, so you guys will actually understand in real time that how these attacks happen, and you will actually understand, and probably some of the attacks you will be also doing, but that is something just for your knowledge. I mean, security engineer, security specialist never attacks. They just try to control the attacks. So but it is really important to look it from a hacker's angle, that how they are actually targeting and attacking or they are achieving the cybercrime. So you guys have to see it. Like, let's imagine the phishing attack. So phishing attack is very common attack where you actually try to take username and password from the user. Okay, and once you have the username and password, everything is leaked. So that is also something which is going to be covered as part of the course, as Aniket mentioned. So it's all about basics. It's all about basics of network and basics of security, and also attacks, a lot of attacks, how those attacks are performed, and you will be seeing in real. And after that, maybe Aniket, will you be talking about how you can control the attacks?
Yes, I will be talking about redemptions, that what can you do in order to prevent those attacks.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah, so you guys, you can imagine, guys, first you will understand the basics, then you will try to attack system, and then you will understand how to control the system. I mean, these are the 3 different angles which will actually help you to become a true security specialist. Anything else, Aniket, which we are not mentioning to our students right now?
Okay, so before that cyber security, going to cyber security, everybody has their doubts that whether they are from different backgrounds, can they do cyber security or not. I think cyber security is for everybody, because if you have cleared your basics, which we will be clearing in this course, and after clearing your basics, you can basically go to the next level, and you basically don't need any programming, anything, before learning cyber security.
Yeah, that's a very important point, Aniket. Thanks for bringing it up. And Aniket, I think it will take more than 30 hours, right, to complete the whole program?
Yes, it is a 30-hour course that we are teaching on cyber security.
Yeah, exactly. So Gilbert, the answer is for you. It will take 30 hours of course, which is going to spread like 5 hours every week, Monday to Friday. That's how basically we conduct all the sessions, whether it's Scrum, AWS, but our actually schedule remains the same, which is like either in the morning or in the evening as per your availability, but it's gonna stretch for 30 hours. Now you can imagine it can stretch to 6 to 7 weeks at least. Yeah. So yeah. So 1 second. Any other question, guys? Anything else you want to ask?
Hello.
Yeah, who's this? Martin?
Okay, yeah, this is Martin.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to know like how long does this AWS security class, what is the duration?
Okay, so you want to know about the AWS security, right?
Yeah, yes, like how long does it take for the class duration?
Yeah, so see, AWS actually takes close to 5 weeks of time, which we conduct normally in our weekend sessions, Saturday and Sunday, 2 hours on Saturday and 2 hours on Sunday. AWS security actually covers all the services which are important from AWS perspective. So there are like, WAF, there are so many other services like CloudTrail. Those are the services which help you to understand that how you can actually, control the system or control the infrastructure with the help of AWS services. And that's going to take like 5 weeks at least, which are going to be Saturday and Sunday, AWS security. Does that answer your question, Martin?
Yeah, thanks, sir.
Okay. So Martin, if in case you're interested, drop your interest in the chat so that we can reach out to you, and do let us know your number as well, your contact number.
I have a
Okay.
question.
Yeah, please tell me.
Yeah, so if I want to go into AWS security, can you please just explain the whole package I need to have, ranging from like if I need a little bit of DevOps, or I need to have like in-depth knowledge of DevOps, I need to do solution architect and AWS security. So I just want to know how to prepare before we go for AWS security interviews.
Yeah, sure. See what happens that first of all, I would like to ask you one question, Rita, that do you have any knowledge on AWS? Not right now, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so basically, first of all, you have to understand AWS solution architect. That gives you a very good information about the basics of AWS, and how you actually build the whole infrastructure on AWS cloud. And post that, you can start learning the AWS security. For AWS security, you do not need to understand cybersecurity, but after your AWS, if you go for cybersecurity plus AWS security, that actually makes you a cloud security engineer, because you understand what kind of attacks can be there and how can you control them with the help of AWS security. So, I mean, post attending the AWS course, if you really want to build your career into security, and that too into cloud security, then attending cybersecurity plus AWS security will help you.
Okay, thank you. And I know for the certification, Solution Architect Associate is good. If I'm going into security, do I need to do AWS security certification as well?
Which AWS security one?
The certification, like the
Absolutely.
specialty.
Exactly. I mean, that is always good to have. I mean, right now, all these certification always have more, more weightage as compared to your master's or bachelor's degree in technology area. So if you have more and more number of certificate, that will certainly help. But having AWS Solution Architect certificate, that is something which is bare minimum. That is something which you really need to have. And post that, if you really want to have the most specialist, then either you can plan for security specialist, that is the AWS Security Plus, or you can go towards other security certifications.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Anything else? Anyone who would like to ask a question before we actually wind up?
Yeah, I have a question.
Hi, Michael. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right. So, after getting the cybersecurity certification, so is it still possible to go into AWS?
Absolutely, anytime. It's anytime. So basically, cybersecurity will help you to gain that security knowledge, and post that, if you are interested, you can plan your AWS. Because why people actually go towards AWS after having cybersecurity knowledge, they want to build their profile to a niche market. That is something which is cloud security, which is really popular in the market. I'm telling you one more thing. Right? Within next 2 years, you will see a very good hike or trend coming up on DevSecOps. That's a real thing which is going to start very soon in future. So for that, like if you really want to get into DevSecOps in the future, you have to start your journey right from cybersecurity cloud, and then only you can step into DevSecOps. So DevSecOps is the future, if you ask.
Oh, okay. But can we start using this to work and gradually continue to build our career as time goes on?
Absolutely, you can gradually do it. First of all, you have to focus on your cloud knowledge and then security to build a good, good profile. And once your profile is ready, once you get secure a good job, then you can plan DevSecOps.
All right, thank you.
I have a question.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, what's the difference between AWS security and cyber security?
So it's a big difference actually, because when you look at cybersecurity talks about the very plain way of dealing with attacks. Okay, let's say if there's an attack which happens, how can you solve it with the help of networking concepts or security concepts? How can you actually secure it? But if the attacks happen on AWS cloud, how are you going to control it? So to control those kind of attacks which happens on AWS cloud, you need AWS security. Okay, maybe the plain security steps might not work on AWS. So AWS provides more than 20 services on security. Like as I said, like WAF, it has guardrails, it has CloudTrail, CloudWatch. So you guys have to understand those services, because if any attack happens on your AWS infrastructure, you need AWS services to control that. But if you talk about a plain infrastructure where there is no AWS involved, then in that case, cybersecurity is involved. But in both, if you look at the both cybersecurity and AWS, what is common? Security is common. So having basics of security is very important, which is covered as part of cybersecurity, not as part of AWS security. AWS security focuses only and only on services which are offered by AWS to secure the AWS environment. Does that make sense, friends? Sorry.
I got you. Thank you. So which one is more important if you have to enroll? Is it the AWS security or the cyber security? Especially for some people who have done AWS.
I mean, it totally depends on you guys. To be honest, like if you have completed your AWS, then you can directly go for AWS security. Okay, but if you guys really want to have a very strong basics of security, then cybersecurity should. I mean, there is no direct answer to it that you should go for this. It's totally dependent on your interest, whether you want to go only for AWS security, which will help you to learn 20 more services of AWS, or if you want to go and build your strong fundamentals on security, then you have to go for cybersecurity. There is no straightforward answer to it.
Okay, now I got a quick question.
Yeah, please.
Okay. Which has the bigger market, AWS security or general cybersecurity?
Which is a strong market you're doing, right?
Yeah, which has the better employment possibility, which has the most job
growth or more?
Cybersecurity. Cybersecurity has more jobs. Yeah, cybersecurity has certainly more jobs. But if you ask me that which are the high paying jobs, then in that case, AWS security is more high paying because you are combining your cloud plus security knowledge with AWS security. So that is a very niche market. But if we talk about cybersecurity, comparatively, the salary ranges are less for cybersecurity as compared to AWS security. But to know AWS security, you have to be good with AWS as well.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, Lord, please.
Yes. Actually, I was reading a blog and it was about the security of the cloud, and there was an expert who was talking about the specific security vendors like FortiGate, Palo Alto, and other, specific security organizations. They're saying their security posture is much more resilient as compared to the inbuilt security arrangement with maybe AWS and maybe Azure or other. So I want to find out, having a certification from, let's say, Palo Alto, and also having AWS solution architect, does that put you on a very good platform to
Lord, what
get
happens that, yeah, I understand your question that having Palo Alto will help you, or maybe AWS will help you because they, as you read the blog and you think that Palo Alto has more security and FortiGate has more security. See, they are just trying to explain that yes, there are some more tools which are available in the market which can really strengthen the security, but it doesn't mean that having that tools knowledge will help you to get the job. Right now, the focus is not, your focus is not, what I understand a lot from you is that you're coming from non-technical background and getting into IT. If you are already in cybersecurity and working as cybersecurity engineer, probably going in future for Palo Alto certification or different certification will help you, but provided you have working experience with that. If you take the certification directly and you think that is going to help you in a career, I don't think that, because having certificate which is FortiGate or Palo Alto will not help you much until you have the experience with it. But if you ask me that, Raman, I am very new to IT, I really want to get into IT, in that case, you need to go for cybersecurity first, because that's the advanced tools which you're talking about right now. Does that make sense, Lord?
It makes a lot of sense.
Thank you. Awesome, guys. Okay, guys.
Excuse me, sir. I have a question.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sir. So I'm currently a SOC analyst. So I'm very new in my career right now. But when I get some alerts, like AWS alerts in Sumo Logic or something, I'm not able to understand what's going on. So do you guys have like any more in-depth SOC training? Because I'm on the job, but it's still not.
Yeah, so basically for that, you have to understand different AWS services, dude, because there is no as such training available anywhere which provides SOC training on AWS, because it totally differs. To deal with problems which AWS has, that is because you are basically dealing with AWS infrastructure, and you need to have more knowledge about AWS if you are receiving more and more number of requests on that. Okay, so that you get familiar. Now let's imagine that you're working as SOC analyst and you receive a ticket on RDS, but you do not know what is this RDS. So that why you don't know about it, because you don't have the experience or knowledge on AWS services. So there is no such training available for AWS, for AWS SOC analyst, but there is a training available for AWS plus AWS security. When you understand these two things, solving those problems will be very, very easy. And that's what people do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you guys offer secure solutions architect training and like resume building for that as well?
Yes, everything. So Jude, you can drop your contact number in the WhatsApp chat to me. I'll give you the entire detail post this call. I'm going to give you a call and I'll share everything with you, that what we actually help, how we actually help related to interview preparation session, resume, certification, and AWS training and live projects, so that I can share all the details with you. Yeah. So that
you want me to drop my number in the chat, in the Zoom chat?
Yes. So that we can reach out to you. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, anyone else? Any question so far? I think these questions are going to help every one of you guys. I mean, I know that there are people who are still with us. So this is really going to help you guys. Thank you, Jude. I'll be contacting you right after this call. Okay, I think yeah, who's this?
Yeah, it was just a comment. This comment.
Hi, Thomas. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. There's on a comment on what he was talking about. So you're working on a secure environment, and you get an alert. I mean, you have to trace to your AWS team to find out what that endpoint is going to. I mean, to make your job safe, always trace to your AWS team. You can send a ticket to them to look for what the alert is coming in for, or where it's coming from, and you want to see the endpoint where the alert actually generated from.
Okay, sure. Thank you, Thomas. I think I'll speak to him. I think he also understand. I think he's on mute. But yeah, but that's true. Like you have to understand the endpoints, like from where it is actually coming. You can reach out to AWS team. That's the feedback which which Thomas has given.
Yeah.
Mama, I can come in here. Sorry, guys, I can come in here. So for me, when they send the receipt, I always see where it's coming from. So let's say I have EC2 machine running. It's going to show there that this is what you are paying for the month, and this is where this is the resources you are using. So you always see it in your email. They'll send it to your email, and you'll see what is running. And also, if you go to somewhere in the cost, if you are looking at the cost, I can't really remember right now, you'll see a breakdown of everything. So you are able to stop if you have your EC2 machine running, you are able to stop it so you don't get charged for it.
Yeah, Rita, I think he's more talking about the security alerts, not the budget alerts. But yeah, but that also makes sense. Like there is a whole lot of services listed down in the billing console where you can see like which is charging us more. Yeah, thank you.
Like if I get an alert that EC2 cluster was deleted or an S3 bucket was deleted or something like that. What I'm doing personally now at my job, I'm friends with this DevOps engineer who works in AWS. So I just ask him like, yo, do you recognize this role? Are you guys doing any testing? Are you guys developing anything? And then he'll tell me, yeah, this is expected activity. And then I'll just write it as a false positive. And when I close notes, I'll say exactly what he told me.
That's a very clear solution to that. So you want to escalate to the engineers, create your ticket, put your findings, screenshot whatever you see, and just put in it for more value classification. If they're doing tests, definitely they cannot delete their EC after their test. So after deployment, whatever they tested for, they're gonna just take it off for any vulnerable attack. So if they leave the service, someone can just pick it up too and do something bad with it because of the roles and privilege that account. So that's a very solution to it. So anything, just screenshot, you send your screenshot to the point of contact for that endpoint where it's coming from. If the point of contact user, you can just send an email to the person, hey, this traffic is coming from you. Are you doing this? Are you doing that? Create your ticket and escalate out. If something beyond you, you take it to your tier 3 or tier wherever you have on the environment. That's a very
Thomas, you're right. Jude, if you need it, like I'll just patch you with Thomas so that you can take some help from him. So don't worry, Thomas. I'm just sorry about to cut you because we are 10 minutes above the time and people have to leave. I'm just getting continuous messages from the team. So I'll definitely, Jude, I'll patch you with Thomas if you need help. Thomas is a really very helpful guy, and I can patch you if you really needed the help. Okay. I'm sorry, Thomas, to cut you down because I am receiving a lot of things. I'm sorry about that. So thank you everyone for coming and attending this session. We'll share the recorded session with you if in case you want to go back and understand a few more details. And people who are really new and who have opted for the courses, we will certainly get back to you and we'll discuss about it. Thank you so much, guys, for coming down. I really appreciate all your time. See you in next 2 weeks for the new session which we are going to conduct. And I hope everyone will attend with us. And every 2 weeks we come up with this session. Do come and join us. It will really be helpful for all of us. Thank you so much, guys, for coming. Yeah, you can drop your feedback and you can drop your suggestions in the chat box.